Hi YouTube, it's Diane. I thought I would do the behind the scenes tag by Jessie Marie. And then I will do my June-July update. I know it's a little later than I wanted to do. And then I have another video. So let's start with the behind the scenes tag. Number 1, take a picture of your setup for recording and insert it if you can. I'm not going to do that, but my setup is very similar to Jessie Marie's, where you have kind of piles of things. So I tend to have a pile of haul and a pile of whips and just work through it. I tend to sit on the floor or on one of those, one-step footstool thingies. And what I used to film is on my Lowry stand. I have the extension bar, and I just put the phone on that, so nothing big. How did you come up with your channel name? My channel name, when I was little, like 2-3 years old, we lived on a ranch, and it kind of in the middle of nowhere. We had a dog. I don't know if the dog just showed up one day or was given to us, I don't know. But his name was Dud. And when I was little, I could not say, "Come on, Dud," or "Come on, dog." So I started saying mondot. And eventually, that's all the dog would answer to, would be mondot. He was a really good dog. He kept me out of trouble. He would physically get in front of me because he knew there were places I was not supposed to go, and he would physically not let me. I remember getting frustrated because I wanted to go over there, and he wouldn't let me go over there. So that's where my name came from. I didn't want to use my personal name. No problem doing that. I just thought, no, I think I want something different, and thought about it, looked up anybody else called mondot stitches, and it was born. When did you post your first video to YouTube with FlossTube? FlossTube definitely was my first video. I've done a couple homeschooling videos, not very many though. Life just, yeah. October 2014 was my first video. What do you use for your videos to record them? I started on my laptop. I have an old laptop. Yeah, the rubber band's getting pretty worn. Then I went to a flip camera. That worked pretty well, although it ate batteries. And then I used my Samsung Galaxy 4. And now I have a Samsung Galaxy 6. And that's what I use. Okay, I'm going to kind of combine the next few questions. Do you record on video software directly to YouTube? Do you edit? If you do, what do you use? And how long does it take kind of to get from here to where you guys see it on YouTube? So I use the camera. The camera records, or my phone, it records an MP4 format, and then I download it to my laptop and put it into Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker, at least the version I have, converts it to what it needs. I go in there and I edit. I add the cover, the first photo type thing, insert photos, and I haven't figured out music, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to add music to my channel. Please don't take this as an offense. It's not meant that way. But those who have music at your beginning, what I've noticed is it's kind of like commercials on TV, where you can't hear the show, so you turn it up, and the commercial comes on and it just blares at you. I find that annoying watching TV, which is one reason I'm glad we don't do broadcast anymore. We could just watch Netflix commercial free. I don't know why it does that. And then if I'm watching something and I have my little one, my 2-year-old, sometimes I have to have him lay on the couch and actually take a nap when I'm sitting there, because otherwise he just doesn't want to nap. We need him to nap. And then it blares and it kind of wakes him up. I don't know why it does that. It could be on what I'm watching it on, but I've just noticed on some videos that have music, which is fine, it just blares at you, and then the regular video as you're talking, it's fine. So I don't know. Jessie Marie's isn't that way, but I've noticed a couple others that it'll just blare at you, and I'm you know, usually I'm stitching and I'm like, oh. And if I do my like watch later list and autoplay, then I have to stop stitching so I can make sure that that volume's down so it doesn't wake him up. And I don't know why it does that, but I have no clue how to add music to my channel, so I'm not going to worry about it. And with Windows Movie Maker, I've figured out what I need to do from my videos. Very amateurish, very simple, basic stuff. And that's all I'm interested in doing right now. That's fine. When I have it done in Windows Movie Maker, then I save it, and then I put it into WinX, W-I-N-X, and I have the free download, meaning I cannot make a video over an hour, otherwise I have to pay for this service. It changes the Windows Movie Maker format into MP4 again, because I've tried to upload directly to YouTube from Windows Movie Maker, and YouTube doesn't like it. And I don't know if it's because of the version I have or I hit a wrong button. I don't know. But if I put it in Windows, or excuse me, WinX, then it converts it back to MP4, which I think improves the overall video quality. And then after that, I put it in a video compressor, excuse me, to get 30 frames per second. And that helps with some of the talking before the mouth is moving, or mouth is moving and there's no talking. It helps with some of that. It doesn't always, though. I've noticed in some of my videos that, you know, something goes wonky. But overall, that improves the process. After I save it that way, then I put that on YouTube. And so the whole process, to be honest, can take me up to 2 days. I'm sure there's an easier way, but I don't want to bother taking the time to investigate that. I figured out what works, and I just go with it. And sometimes it takes 2 days, and sometimes it takes 8 hours from recording to YouTube. Although on YouTube, you know, I have them do the thumbnail because I don't know how to do the custom thumbnail thing. Some of the thumbnails that YouTube picks leave a lot to be desired. Let's just say that. How many takes are involved in your videos? I try and record it in one shot, but life happens. Things don't come out right. I get tongue-tied. You know, I get interrupted because the kids need me, or my husband needs me, or I'm recording on my phone. I have received phone calls in the middle of doing a video. And this Samsung 6 versus the 4, about 33 minutes, but it'll keep recording, whereas my Samsung 4 would just cut me off. And I often didn't know where I was at, so I had to do the video kind of in 2 parts. But this one, I can go over that 33 minutes, and it'll have a little bit of a bump, but it'll keep recording. So it kind of throws me a little bit. If things go wrong during recording, do you stop and restart it or just post it? It really depends on what it is. Sometimes I'm like, hey, this is life. I'm just posting it as it is. And sometimes I've recorded it. Because sometimes the sound gets all garbled. And that kind of goes into another question. But it gets all garbled when I rewatch it before I post it. And I'm like, what in the world? And I try, but nothing I do fixes it. So I'm sorry, I need to get a haircut, and I keep messing with my hair, but excuse me. Again, I just try to go with it. It's real life. I'm a real person. No money involved, you know. We're just gonna go with it. What kind of prep do you do? Script, organization, run through, practice. I don't necessarily do a script, but I do kind of think, okay, I want to start here and I want to end here. And so my piles that I said, I will kind of have it laid out in that order. So makes it a little easier. Often I will try and have things out of the bags, but it really depends on how much I have to show and stuff, if I can do that or not. Sometimes I can't do that, especially when I did the January challenge. To keep it organized, there was just no way I could not have the crinkle, and I don't mind the crinkle. And I try not to have it be the entire video in crinkle, but I try and think through it, and okay, like this particular video, you know, I thought of the questions thinking, okay, well, how would I answer that? I do that kind of thing, but I don't necessarily have a script written down. I do have my journal, and I will refer to it to see, okay, did I remember to show all the haul that I've had this month, or my finishes, or what sales I was involved with, because I try and write that down. So I'll look at that, but I tend not to have a script. Do you watch your own videos once published? After I record here, then usually while I'm cleaning up, I will listen and watch my video to see if there are any of those glitches that I need to re-record. It doesn't happen every video, but there are some that I do need to re-record. Then I put it in Movie Maker, and then as I watch it again in Movie Maker, and I'll stop and pause and insert pictures, do the little captions to hey, this is this pattern or this fabric or this, you know, and sometimes I've had to correct myself on what I've said, you know, and I'll put that on the bottom. So I watch it there, and then sometimes I'll run through it again before I save it in Movie Maker. But once I get it to the WinX, I don't watch that one, and I don't watch the compressor one. And when I get it on YouTube, you know, it's on YouTube. Sometimes I will, like before I do my June update, I might kind of rewatch my last video just to see, okay, did I mention this or did I not? Because my memory is not like it used to be. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If you could change or enhance or improve your videos in any way, what would you do? I think lighting. The room we're in right now, it's my bedroom. It's the best room to do the videos in. But it's on the kind of north side of the house, and it doesn't get any natural light. So lighting can be an issue. I got the ugly yellow light, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Again, I'm an amateur at this. But that's probably the thing I would do. Any tidbits you might have about recording or any funny stories? The only one I could think of is when my husband, now he plays online games. He, World of Tanks. What's that one? Elder Scrolls, I think is the one. And those two games he'll play, and he'll be talking to guys. And a lot of them are, especially World of Tanks, a lot of them are computer tech guys. Some of them he's met in real life, some he hasn't. But they can all relate to, you know, customer service issues and, you know, that kind of thing. And I think that's all the questions. I'm going to put this down for a moment. Let me just check. Yeah, that should be all the questions. He said, yeah, I was going to tell my guys that my wife makes videos in our bedroom. She locks the door and doesn't let me watch. And I looked at him and I said, you would not do that. And he's been married to me long enough to know better. But yeah, that just things like that, just goofy things. And yeah. Rock and Raven asked, kind of added, if you change your voice. And I do not. I do try and speak up because I tend to speak softly and fast. So when I do these videos, I try to speak up and slow down and enunciate. But beyond that, no, I don't change my voice. So that is the tag. I've watched some of your responses to this tag. It's a fun tag to kind of, you know, different people's setups and stuff. And my husband mentioned that the the process might be faster for me instead of relying on our wireless in-home network to have it hardwired. So I'm going to try that with this video. I'm going to try and plug the hardwire cable in. Probably the one from the printer would be the easiest. Try and figure out how to do that, considering our setup. And he just said that might speed things up. I'll try it, see if it does. It probably won't. It probably won't. I have an old laptop and nursing her along, probably for another year, which is fine. We've got other things that we have to pay for. Like our dryer. Our dryer is just about shot. It sounds like you have like 6 tennis balls in there. And my husband took out did he take off the back panel? Just to see if there was something he could see out that was off balance. And he's like, I couldn't see anything. He vacuumed it all out and stuff. And we vacuum it out regularly as whatever we can reach to avoid fires and stuff. But yeah, I think we're going to have to replace it because it's walking. Washing machine doesn't walk anymore since I've got my new one. But yeah, so that's going to be this video. And then I am going to do another video of my June, July update, because today is July 15th, so it's kind of June, July update, and then there will be another video. So over the next week, depends on how long it takes to upload these videos, you're going to see a lot of videos from me. But I thank you for watching, and if you do make videos and would like to do this tag, I will try and put Jessie Marie's original video below so you can link on it. If I forget, just gently remind me and I'll stick it in there. Jessie Marie is one of the first floss tubers that I ever started watching. And she is one of the floss tubers that encouraged, if I remember right, she wasn't the only one, but she encouraged people to do videos. And she is one of the first ones, and she would be like the top 3 that I was watching. Well, 4. I was watching Jessie Marie, Wonderfully Hopeless, Miss Mel, and Stitching May. Those would be the 4. Well, Mrs. Milky Bar Kid, 5. Then I thought, okay, I can do these videos. So, yeah, I've been watching Jessie Marie a long time. My kids come running when they hear the music because they're like, who's Thor? Where's Thor? Where's the dog, Mom? Yeah, so it's kind of funny. We're going to get a dog. And they said, oh, Mom, we should get a bulldog. Yeah, just like the one on the video. And I said, yeah, I don't mind bulldogs. They're cute. I said, but the thing is, we have a split entry and the steps, and the poor dog would be just falling up down the steps all the time. The poor dog would. And they said, oh, yeah. And pretty soon he'd get so big we couldn't carry him up and down. And so we are going to get a dog, but it's not going to be a bulldog. Probably a Labradoodle or Labrador or something like that. But yeah, so I've been watching Jessie Marie a long time, been subscribed to her a long time, and I encourage you to check out previous videos of hers if you haven't. You kind of binge watched her channel. So, and she has an awesome middle name. Just saying. We could start a club. But I will process this. Hopefully it'll go up faster, and then the next video should be my June, July update. So I will see you soon. Bye, YouTube.